I have made many mistakes in love. All different types of love. Family, friendships, romantic love. Here's the really messed up thing about love. It doesn't matter how much you love a person or how good your intentions are with a person, you are going to hurt them. You are going to cause them pain. And that's a very uncomfortable and inevitable truth that I can't sit with. How do I live with myself knowing full well that I am going to hurt another person? So I came up with a solution. One day I said, Sarah, let's just cut everyone else out of your life, to make sure that you don't hurt anyone ever again. And I guess by definition, I wouldn't get hurt as well ever again, right? Hi everyone, it's the Sarah Girl, and I'm going to be talking about part of my journey with love. Big irony about love is that from love comes a lot of hardship, pain, hurt. So I'm like, what's the point in having love if it's going to be the cause, the very cause and root of a lot of troubles and hardship and hurt and pain? Like, really, what's the point in that? Remember my solution earlier about cutting everyone out of my life to make sure that I don't hurt anyone? Yeah, it lasted for a whole 2 seconds because this girl, I love love. I love loving other people. I love being in love. Maybe love-hate. I'm not so sure, but I love it and I love very deeply. So as I dug a little bit deeper into it, I realized the problem was not that I loved. The issue maybe lay with how I loved. This is uncomfortable, but yeah, I'm gonna be, I guess, airing everything out and calling myself out on all the ways that I loved wrongly all this time. And hopefully I'll learn my lesson. Let's get to it. Enter my emotional support cat who heard me talking with a lot of gusto about this topic. Hey, you think that I need help? Are you here to help me? Both? Okay, I get it. I appreciate you. Help. So the first mistake that I will fully admit to in relationships is anchoring my focus on another person, the other person in the relationship, be it like my family, my friends, or my romantic partner. You know those sweet nothings? Let's focus on romantic relationships for this one, right? You know, in relationships, when you say things like, you are my everything, you are my everything. You know that one? Yeah. You know, all these sweet nothings that you say to each other. Yes, they're very sweet and they evoke something that feels nice. It makes another person feel really nice. The flip side about it is that actually focusing all your energy and saying those words like, you are my everything, again and again and again for years and years, yes, it can mean one thing. But it also actually burdens the other person quite a bit because that's a lot of energy and those are heavy words, guys. So centering your life around someone else is sweet, is definitely societally acceptable. But the thing is, it also creates some sort of distance in a sense that suddenly this other person that you're in a relationship with feels like they don't have any control over their own life. Like, you know, because you take care of everything for them, right? That's a version of love. You want to make sure that they're always taken care of, all their needs are met, they're happy, and all those good things. But to the extent sometimes that they feel like, hey, I feel incapable of taking care of myself at this point, you know? It can actually even make someone feel controlled. Like they are being controlled by you and they don't have control of their own life. So I definitely have been that person that, you know, out of nowhere, I will be like, oh, there are cracks in the relationship. I've got a second of time. Let me just focus all this, like anchor all my energy and my time on trying to fix something. I mean, like there are cracks, right? So you want to sort of fix it when you have the time. So, and when I did that, I would basically it would result in a partner backing away because out of nowhere, you're suddenly putting everything on them, all your energy and all this focus that normally you would dedicate to yourself or your work or whatever it is. It's all on them, and it's all on them because you want control. I wanted control. I wanted to be able to fix the cracks, to be able to, because I anchored my life on someone else, I wanted to be able to fix things, right? It's very much human nature. No? Is it cat nature? I don't know. You don't resonate? Okay. Thank you. You don't have to. It's good to not resonate. These are big problems. I want to be a cat. Next life, okay? It's definitely a way that you hurt a person, you know? It's not a nice feeling to have all those result from love, a way of loving a person, a way of loving another person where they feel so out of control that they back away. I guess at the end of the day, I just gotta learn to focus and refocus and make sure that I don't put this heavy burden of saying things like, my entire being is because of you, that sort of thing. And focus basically back on yourself, in my case, focus on me, and channel that energy in a positive way so that a relationship doesn't end up hurting either party. I have a whole video on focusing on yourself, so I'll drop a link in the description if the topic is tantalizing to your taste buds. Okay? The second mistake I make with love is to the effect of people pleasing. It's basically saying everything and anything that someone I love wants to hear, and only the things that they want to hear. Only the kind things. I'm generally an optimist. I see silver linings and I will draw in the silver lining, okay? If there is no silver lining, I am that friend that will come in with a silver ink pen and I'll draw it. And I thought that that was a good thing. So clearly this is something that I need to work on, especially with the relationships or especially with friendships, because I thought that that was how you showed love, or you showed the way that you support a friend, for example. I would cheerlead friends so hard. I would agree with everything that they say. You know, if they share a story or they share a situation at work, you know, things with family or something with boyfriend or girlfriend, I'll be like, yeah, you know, your way is the right way. You know, I like your thinking, and you know, you do you. You know, it's all completely fine and dandy, and I fully agree with you. So I would say that I fully agree with them and just, you know, like cheerlead all the way and just, yeah, you go for it. But there were many times that I would, at the back of my mind, think like, actually, that maybe not such a great idea. There are different ways to approach it. But I never really said it because I thought that's how you show support and love to friends. Because I don't know, I just didn't think it was my place to correct them or to give my point of view. When I thought my role was just to listen and to support them, whichever way it is that they wanted to go. And you know, standing by their side, I used these words, just stand by their side regardless. I think it ends up hurting them quite a bit because it robs them of perspective. You know, it's almost toxic when you just agree with a person and you don't give, or you don't speak your truth about any situation, even if it's in friendships, you know. And my friends, they're chosen family, so I've learned to love them in a way that helps them and in a way that I believe in as well, because at the end of the day, I don't want to hurt them. And if there's any perspective that I can offer them, it should come from me and not anyone else. I appreciate when my friends call me out on my bull. Like when they tell me, Sarah, listen, we get your point, but the but comes out, right? I don't know, it's easier to receive it. I would take it, but giving it, you know, calling people out, calling my friends out was difficult for me. But I think I'm getting better at it. You think I'm getting better at it? I think I'm getting better at it. And saying it in a loving way. You can still love a person, and not be nasty to them, but still give them perspective. So we don't have to agree on everything. We can give different perspectives on any situation, as long as it's dealt and delivered with kindness and with love, honestly. So it's not about toxically supporting each other regardless of the stance a friend might be taking. It's about maybe just opening up that discussion, you know, like, I see your point, but have you considered this and stuff like that. I appreciate that a lot now with my friendships. Had to learn that not giving your own perspective, your real perspective on a situation actually hurts. It will hurt a relationship quite a bit because you're not helping. you're not discussing, you're just going in one direction, and there's nothing to discuss, there's nothing to debate on, and there's nothing to grow. And I think in any relationship, any loving relationship, you should want to grow together, even if it's friendships. Now, the third mistake that I make in love that ends up hurting the people that I love is this. I overshare and I overgive information about my past experiences. So for example, in a family context, say if I'm an older family member and then I see someone who is younger than me who says, hey, I want to take a different sort of trajectory in life. Let's just put it that way. And it's less usual, it's less ordinary, but this is what I foresee my life as. And if I, as the older person, have tried that before, and I've gone down that path before, and it, for some reason or other, hasn't worked out for me, I feel very compelled, of course, as a person seeing someone I love trying to go down that trajectory that has failed me before. I just tell them everything, every single reason in the book of why that will not work. And what I do with that hurts them is that I rob them of that experience of going through that whole thing that they were talking about by scaring them silly before they even tried anything for themselves. You're robbing them of their growth, robbing them of opportunities to learn by themselves. And just because it's your experience, it doesn't mean that applies to everyone. Now, that's not to say that our lived experiences or anyone's lived experience is not valid and that we should not ever share things with other people. That's not the point of this. The point is that you should not, or I should not, stop people from living their own life and having their own experiences. We have to let people experience things for themselves and hope that, if things didn't work out for us, that it works out for them. And if it doesn't work out for them as well, we're there to hold space still. Give them the necessary information that they need to make that decision, whether they want to do something or they don't want to do something. If you want to put it that way, it's your responsibility to sort of hand them the details that you know about life and then hope that a better outcome comes out of this for them. And there you have it. I've called myself out on all the ways that I have loved wrongly. I can love better. I guess that was exhausting, guys. Love is exhausting. But I still wouldn't have it any other way. Psycho. Alright guys, so do all the good things on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You know the drill. And until next time, I guess I will still be learning on how to love a little bit better, guys. Take care. Until next time, bye, honey.